What is up, everybody? It's your boy Games Trials the Mania 2025 here. And before I get started with this video, I just want to say it's my mom's birthday today. So happy birthday to her because she's the best. I love you, Mama. Te quiero mucho. And well, yeah, so in this video, I want to bring you guys another story talk video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so I was like, why not? But it's not only a video, it's not only a story talk video, it's also a video to give you lots of advice, positivity advice and stuff. And yeah, alright, so let's get started. So, you know how 2025 this year, man, it's been really rough. Yes, it has. We've seen so many things that has happened this year alone. Like for the only last 6 months. Like we're not even at the ending of the year and all this has already started happening and stuff. Like from the drama and then from like controversies, the termination crisis, and then blah blah blah. That I don't even want to mention on this channel. But to those of you, that are saying that you guys have been depressed about this year and stuff, look, I understand. Yes, this year has been rough. I get it. But that is why I want to bring you guys this story talk video and this advisable video. Okay? This is for all of you, this message and story is for all of those who are feeling depressed or feeling down about themselves or their regrets and stuff. Or, even yeah, any of that stuff. Alright, so I want to briefly explain to you all about my life and stuff. Because, well, it's something that, you guys should know since, I feel like you guys maybe think like, oh, Emmanuel probably lives the best life. Oh, Emmanuel, he's really happy about what he does on his channel and stuff. Oh, he's really happy about his personal life and stuff. Well, that's technically not true because, well, my life has had some flaws. It's had some things that I did not like during my life and stuff. Now, I'm not going to make this video just to get attention or sympathy from you all. No, it's not about that. It's clearly a video to make you guys feel like, that I did not live the best life, okay? So here's the thing. Going to school, I was always bullied because, as many of you know, I'm autistic and well, during my school years, I was always being trash talked that, I was always trash talked and always bad mouthed about what I had as my condition. Like, a lot of people did not accept me for who I was during school. The only people that were accepting me were my teachers. That's it. That's it. But friends or people in general, they didn't even know who I really was. Like, I was a loser during school, man. Like, I had no friends. I'd always play in the playground by myself most of the time or play basketball with no friends. Okay? And that's how I legitimately lived my elementary school life until 5th grade. That's when I actually had friends. And so outside of my school life, even my family were some of them didn't really understand who I was either. I would sometimes be bad-mouthed at. Not all the time, but it was very rare. But I remembered that one of my cousins were bad mouthing about me being in special ed classes, but he didn't really realize of who I was, you know? Like, not everyone in my family knows what autism is. And I get it. Autism is just something different that we have. And I know that most of you guys, as my best friends, have autism. And I love you guys so much for that, too. And I know you guys love me back about that. So, you know, during my school life, man, I was always hated just because I was autistic, okay? I was hated in school just because I wasn't cool. I was always very quiet. You know, I was always the one person who would, you know, be the most different. Yes, that's right. I was hated for being different than everyone else. Okay? Like, I know that you guys tell me that, you know, you've had a worse life more than me. Like, you guys tell me, like, oh, my parents got divorced when I was growing up. Oh, my parents, you know, they were abusing me back then. Or, oh, you know, one of my family members passed away when I was growing up. And, you know, I get that a lot from you guys. I get that a lot from you guys. And, you know, that makes me sad. Which is why this video was perfect for me to make. Because look, dude, my life, just because my life was all fun and games with like Hot Wheels and Nintendo and stuff, it doesn't mean that I lived the perfect life. As a matter of fact, I was always hated for being the autistic and the most different out of everyone. So what happened? Well, there were times where I was telling myself, you know what? I want to change, man. Like, if I want to have more friends, you know, I want to get into Xbox or I want to get into PlayStation. And so I did. I bought an Xbox at GameStop during my high school years because the only reason why I wanted to get an Xbox was to just fit in with people. Just because they have an Xbox, most of them, or a PlayStation. And what did I do? So I played with my Xbox for like 6 months, from March to August of 2018, playing Forza Motorsport and NBA 2K every single day. And the other reason why I wanted to get an Xbox was because I wanted to play games that everyone else played, you know, like Call of Duty or Halo, Mortal Kombat, or the other game that I can think of. Maybe Minecraft? I'm not sure. But yeah, like, all those games. But guess what? My parents never really let me play those type of games because they're rated M for mature. They don't like me playing games that are bloody or have cursing in them. So, you guys might be asking me, well, what? Well, like, maybe that's why you should have explained to them about that they really aren't that bad. Well, look, I wanted to listen to them instead, okay? Because my parents love me for who they are. They don't want me to see me playing, like, Call of Duty, you know, every single day. They don't want to see me playing bloody games and stuff. And so I agreed with them. So, you know, ever since they told me that, around August of 2018, I got back straight into playing my Wii. Okay? You know what got me into playing my Wii? This game right here. Oh shoot, I dropped one. It was my Nintendo Switch, Mario Kart Deluxe. This game right here. It brought me back to the Wii and my childhood. Yes, that's right. Wii Sports Resort, which is tomorrow's birthday. And this game, man, it has been there with me ever since 2018. This game is the reason why I wanted to get back into Nintendo in the first place. Because this is what made me realize that I shouldn't change for the way I am, that I was before, into liking Xbox. Because honestly, that was one of the worst decisions I made in my life. You know, that's a life lesson for me. You don't need to change the way you were before. Because you can be happy with you know, playing video games, or you can be happy going out fishing. You can be happy sleeping 20 hours a day. You can be happy like doing anything as long as you're not doing anything illegal, you know? But yeah, like what just happened to me in 2018, man. I literally just wanted to get an Xbox just to fit in with people until I realized it made me look stupid. It really did. And now I am into this Nintendo franchise more than ever because of how much awesomeness Nintendo has brought to us. And so, like, you know, you don't need to change, man. You don't. Now, I really want to bring you guys about my mistakes that I've done in life. So, that one that I just explained was a big mistake. But now, there's more to that. You know, just this past weekend, you know, I've done something very stupid, but I'm not going to mention it in this video because, well, it's something I don't want to talk about and don't want to think about, obviously. But hey, you know, we learn from our mistakes, man. When we learn them, we get stronger every day and we get better. Like, you just gotta be yourself. Be yourself, learn from your mistakes. And don't change the way you were before. You can't keep doing the same freaking thing you were doing as a kid. Because when you change, this is the big mistakes that come to you. And then you're gonna start like asking me, oh, I should have done this. Oh, I regret doing all this because of now what my life has become. Oh, now I regret about what I've done because now it's gonna affect my future. Well, I'm telling you, you don't need to change, man. Like, you're perfect just the way you are, and you're amazing. And because you are you. Alright? So, like, you know, I've done mistakes about, like, making the wrong friends. You know, there's a reason why I had no friends in school. Because, you know, not only because of my autism and I was very quiet, but it's because of bullies, too. And because, you know, I couldn't really, I couldn't really find trust in them either. Like, I just explained, I don't know if I just explained, but I've had friends in my elementary school, in my 5th grade year. And, you know, they were some of the best friends I've ever had. But now when I got into middle school, you know, I realized of how badly they changed. They've really changed their reputation on me. And that's because, you know, like in elementary school, we were all into Angry Birds. And then when we got into middle school, now they were into, you know, talking about weird stuff now that I didn't really want to get into. In middle school, man, my life was a freaking dumpster, really, though. Like, so many things happened. And this is where I met my bestest friend. Which, well, sadly, I'm not his best friend anymore because, of what he's done in life between our middle school and high school years. I'm not going to mention who it is, but, this guy, man, he really was a bad influence to me. Probably a more bad influence than the friends I had in middle school. So, like, during our middle school years, man, like, we were into Hot Wheels. We were. And you want to know what he did? I don't even want to explain it, but what he was doing was shoplifting at the store. He started to do shoplifting at the store just to get Hot Wheels. The Hot Wheels that he wanted. Like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? There's a reason why you're never going to be successful in life. And this is what you want your life to be? Is just shoplifting? Like, don't be doing that because that's going to get you to jail. Like, don't be doing that. And he was doing this weekly, on a weekly basis. Whenever he comes to my house, this is the intentions that he has. This is the intentions that he has planned out for his day. And what else was he doing? He was making me do the same thing. And I was like, no way in hell I'm doing that. Because I'm not going to end up in jail. That's you that's going to end up in jail one day. And so, well, he stopped doing it for a while from like 2017-ish all the way to like summer of 2019. In summer of 2019, he got back into shoplifting again. Yes, that's right. And he was still making me wanting to do shoplifting as well. Like, bro, why do you have intentions to steal at the store? Like, if you can't afford something, why even go to the store and just go stealing if that's not the right thing? Like, don't you know that cameras are everywhere in the store? Don't you know that employees are watching you at all times, even though it may not seem like it? Like, dude, don't be stupid. This is why people like this should never have friends. And people only do this type of stuff just to be cool and just to have more attention. It's so sad, man. And people like want to have friends and freaking be cool, to fit in, like they want to be doing, they would, like, I don't even know what to say, but in order for them to be cool and to be famous and stuff, they think that smoking, vaping, smoking marijuana, drinking, getting high, getting bloodshot red eyes in front of their parents, think it makes them look cool. Or stealing at the store. Like, that's not gonna make you cool, dude. That's gonna make you like the worst person ever. Or heck, even sending like the stupidest pictures on the internet or making cringe jokes that aren't even funny to most people. And these are the type of people who I think are bad influencers. And these people shouldn't even deserve the success they want, man. And in fact, they deserve to, change the way they were before. Like, I get that we all lived different lifestyles, okay? I get it. But why follow the path of other people's when you don't have to? There's a reason why. There's a reason why Mitonio and his fan base, which I don't want to get into detail about. There's a reason why I think they're not the best fan base. As a matter of fact, I feel like I have the best fan base. You know, in this GNTW community, we keep it a safe, positive, fun, happy place for everyone, for all ages. There's a reason why my content is literally about everything. Now, my content may not have the best editing, okay? Because most of the time, I just upload my videos straight to YouTube without even editing it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to upload this video without editing it. It's just me talking in front of this camera. And so, you know, like, just because my editing is not the best, or just because my community is so family friendly, that doesn't mean it has bad reputation. As a matter of fact, why do you think I have 1,370 subs? You know, I had to regain all the subscribers after my channel loss in 2021. You know, and this community has stayed the same for the last 6 freaking years. Why? Because it's perfect just the way it is. I don't need to change the no swearing rule, or I don't need to change the, you know, like any type of rule that relates to no swearing. Because, why? Because it's perfect just the way it is. I want this channel to be for everybody. There's a reason why I don't swear in front of you guys. There's a reason why I don't send you guys, you know, a bunch of pictures that are weird and all that crap. There's a reason why I don't send you guys any of that on Discord or Instagram. Because I want to be a good influence to you guys. I want you guys to feel like I'm your homie. You know? I'm not a bad person, is what I'm saying as well. I always want to be the person who I am right now. I don't need to change the way I am. Because I can be living like this for the rest of my life. You know, and be living the best life that I have right now. And I know you guys can do the same too. Especially for those that are my best friends. Because I love you guys so much. I wish I had you guys as my friends in middle school or high school. Because if that happened, I would have had the happiest life of my life. Of my school life, I should say. But yeah, you know, that's really how much I really love you all. Because you guys are so trustworthy compared to the friends I've had before. Like, all the most trustful friends that I've had in school, like, I can just count them all in this one hand here. Like, I had this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. It's all in this hand, man. I only had 5 friends who I was trustworthy with. Okay? I've had 5 friends. And I've even had my teachers as my friends. Heck, I even told some of my teachers about my YouTube channel and they thought it was cool. That made me really happy. And so, yeah, like, look where that got me. I'm the happiest person living on this earth. Despite me, you know, getting hated for the stupidest reasons. Again, I've gotten hated for the stupidest crap ever. Just because I liked Hot Wheels. Just because I thought Nintendo was better than Xbox. Just because I have autism. And that's because those guys don't even understand, man. It's because they're freaking jealous of who I am and stuff. And they're jealous of my YouTube channel as well. Like, dude, like, if you hate my channel so much, then stop commenting on my live streams. Oh, you have a weak-minded. Oh, you take things way too seriously. Oh, why can't you just be like me, Tony, and his fan base? They're getting more subscribers because of what they do. I don't need to be them, dude. I really don't. I can literally keep this channel the way it is for like the next 60 years. If it even happens. Until like I get to 1 million subscribers. Until I get to like 2 million subscribers. Until I get to like 100 million subscribers. I don't need to change the way my channel is. It's perfect just the way it is. And all of my best friends, including my girlfriend, who I'm not going to mention yet because privacy reasons, you know, they all say that my community is perfect just the way it is. And I'm glad about that. Especially you guys that have been here since day one. Since 6 years ago. Crazy. Alright guys, well, you know, I did not live the best. The point about me making this video was, look, I was in your shoes before, okay? For those of you that had, you know, that go through really rough life, about whether it's your parents getting divorced or losing a family member or getting abused at, look, I was in your shoes too, man. I really was. The fact that I explained all of this is the reason why, you know, is the reason why I'm the most underrated person on this freaking earth. And there's a reason why my community is the most underrated, you know, community on this freaking platform. Why? It's because I don't need to change, man. It's perfect just the way it is. There's a reason why you guys contact me, you know, like, hey, how's your day going? And hope your day is going very well. And you know, and then, you know, I give you guys my feedback, you know. I hope you guys have the best day ever, you know. Keep doing what you love doing. Don't stop. Don't let the haters get to you. Just be yourself. Because you will be successful and stronger once you reach your goal. Okay? Alright guys, well, I guess that's it for this story talk / advisable video for you all. And you know, this video purposely was just made for, like, you know, just to make you guys feel like, you know, I've had a rough life too, just like you guys. You know, I'm not trying to brag about that. I've had the best life ever. That's really all I'm saying, with all my honesty. Okay? Just remember, guys. Just, number 1, be yourself. Number 2, you don't need to change the way you were before. Number 3, because you are you, and you're amazing the way you are. And lastly, number 4, don't give up on your dreams. Like, don't let the haters stop you from what you're doing. Just keep going until you reach your success. Until you reach up there. Because those guys, man, that are jealous of you or just hate you in general, they're all the way down on this floor. And you are way up here, above their level. Okay? Just remember that. Because evil will never win, man. Evil will never win. Us good influencers and innocent people will, though. We will get to where we want to be. And as far as relationships, you know, those will keep going. You will build a strong relationship one day, okay? And again, I'm the type of friend who doesn't even care about your skin color. I don't care if I don't care about your religion. I don't care about your gender. I don't care if you're part of the LGBTQ club. And I don't really care about what you like and what you don't like. All you really got to do to just be my best friend is to just be nice and be trustworthy. That's all you got to do to be my best friend. All right? And also, one more thing before we close this video out. You don't need to learn from those people. You don't have to be them, okay? Just be yourself. Like if you want to play video game, if video games makes you happy, play video games. If sleeping 20 hours a day makes you happy, sleep 20 hours a day. If cooking makes you happy, then do cooking. If traveling makes you happy, traveling is your happiness. But just, like, I'm telling you guys, just do whatever makes you happy, okay? As long as it's not illegal or anything. As long as you're not hurting people, as long as you're not committing crimes, you're a good person. I mean, you can be drinking and like doing drugs and stuff, but don't teach people that stuff, okay? Because that's what's really gonna make you a bad person. And well, yeah, like, don't be doing that. And always, be responsible about what you do as well. Because, your flaws will be there and you're gonna regret them. And you're gonna start wanting to ask me of what you did and stuff. So yeah. Alright, everybody. I guess that is it for this story talk / advisable video. Just remember, be yourself. You don't need to change the way you are, because you are you and you are amazing. And number 3, don't listen to those haters that are jealous of you or whatever. Because remember that they're down here and you're way up here, okay? And you will have haters no matter what. But you will still become a lot stronger and successful later in life. Alright? Alright, everybody. That's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And peace.